Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In this episode, we'll be talking about when a chosen one withdraws their energy. When a chosen one withdraws their energy, from people and places, strange things begin to happen. Because the chosen one carries a unique vibration that they were born with. And it's different from the average person. And it's unique. It's unique. When you meet a chosen person, they stand out like a sore thumb. And I've said this in past episodes. Stand out like a sore thumb. People are always like, oh, they're different. They're different. I've never met anybody like this person. But they can't put their finger on what it is. Why is this person so different? It's because there's stuff running in the background, in the spiritual world. Our vibration. You can't see our vibration. You can only feel it. And that's what these people are feeling. They're like, there's something different, but I don't know what it is. And the reason why you don't know what it is because you can't see it with your eyes. But you can feel it in your spirit. Your spirit can feel it. But you can't recognize, because the chosen one looks exactly like everybody else. But they seem different. And that's just, their vibration is different. The vibration of a chosen one is elevated from birth. But over time, as we wake up and realize a chosen one can raise his vibration even higher. Even higher. And so can a regular person, just a regular person. They can raise their vibration too. But a chosen one is uniquely different. Not saying it's better, it's just different. It's just different. But when a chosen person enters somebody's life, it's a rare occurrence. It's rare. You don't run into chosen people on a regular basis. They're scattered. We're scattered around the world. It's not very many. But when a chosen one enters your life as a friend or in a relationship or even at a company, and even if a chosen one has a simple talk with you, just at a store, things could begin just from being in that frequency, that energy field. You stepped into the chosen one's energy field. Your energy is interacting with each other, and the chosen one carries that unique vibration. And when you're close enough to the chosen one, you begin to get some of that. Why do you think some people are like, oh man, I get a bad vibe from that person? Or you can walk into your friends who is like a couple friend that you have, and you go over to visit one of the other, or even both of them, but they've been fighting before you even got there. Soon as you walk through the door, you can feel the tension in the air. Why is that? Why can you feel the tension? Nobody said anything. You didn't say anything, but you feel it. Why do they say you can cut the tension with a knife? I think that's the saying. Because we're energetically, we're vibrational people, you know? We carry a vibration and we can feel that. That's why we're a lot more, there's a lot more to us than just what's going on in the physical world. That's why I always talk about raising your vibration, because once you raise the inside of you, then the outside changes, the physical changes, even your physical body, and also the physical things that you see changes. But when a chosen person enters your life and you begin to siphon off their energy just from them being in your life, because you got to remember, these are God's chosen ones, good things begin to happen. Great things begin to happen. Your life begins to go up. Because you're siphoning that energy. They're in, we're all energetically. And now you're getting like a tap kind of from God, because God has put the chosen ones here. We got kind of a direct communication, direct line from God being chosen. That, like I said, doesn't make us better. It just makes us different. We're here for a different reason. We have our ups and downs. They might be a little different than the norm, but we have our stuff too. So things will begin to go great. Sometimes I could walk into a store, there's nobody in there, and I could be in there for 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And before I could look around when I'm about to leave, and there'd be a decent amount of people in that store. It's something about our vibration, something about the energy we carry, because it's authentic. Especially the chosen ones that are walking that straight line. And that vibrational, the people that are raising their, the chosen ones that are raising their vibration and keeping it high, we attract that good stuff into people's lives. Because we really care about the people in our lives. But what tends to happen is when you're hanging out with a group of friends or a friend, or even just in a relationship, over time, the people begin to confuse your energy with their own, if that makes sense. That high vibrational energy, that unique frequency that the chosen one carries. And if you're hanging out with somebody long enough and you're kind of getting that high, it's like when you're drinking a Red Bull, you're pumped. You're pumped for a while until it wears off, right? And then you go back to your normal energy level. It might even make you think you're tired. But you're not tired. You just went back to where you were. You were elevated for a little bit. That just shows how kind of low the vibration is. It's not low, but how just where your standard level is compared to when it's high. And sometimes friends, companies, relationships, when they have a chosen one in the mix, in close quarters, they begin to take their kindness for weakness, when you really should be embracing the chosen one, because they're bringing that pure energy into your life. But the natural thing for just most people is taking kindness as weakness, or they think the kindness is weakness. And for some reason, when people spot a weakness, they want to attack it instead of, oh, okay, that person's weak. I only like strong people. Let me go hang out with strong people over here. No, they'll keep the person they assume that is weak and kind of use them as a pincushion for whatever drama or whatever they need to do. Instead of embracing that chosen person, because they're just siphoning off that energy and they're getting it mixed up. They're like, oh, this is my energy. I'm running the show here. Not realizing that they're getting the energy confused. So what happened is, over time, eventually the chosen one will leave. Will be like, okay, I'm not taking this anymore. And that probably should have happened a long time ago. But like I say, chosen ones, we stick around. We stick in things for way longer than we should. But the reason why we're sticking around is mainly because God is keeping us there for things to run their course. Because at the same time, I also think that people get their karma by how they treat a chosen one. Because if a chosen one is kind and generous and genuine and caring, a great friend, authentic, and you're treating that person bad, you're going to get that karma. So, God is kind of watching the person like, are you really just doing this to somebody who's actually trying to, have a decent, healthy relationship with you? Are you doing this? Well, let me see how long you're going to do it. I'm going to keep this chosen one right here. Way longer. I want to give you time to maybe stop doing this. And this goes for jobs. This goes for relationships and friendships. All different kind of situations where people are involved with the chosen one. God wants to see how long you're going to continue to do this. Because half the time the people don't even realize, well, they realize what they're doing, but they don't have a reason why they're doing it. Imagine somebody's helping you move your couch or helping you move from one place to another, but you're talking crap to the person that's helping you move things. It's like, why am I talking crap to this person and they're helping me out? Or they're being kind, they're using their time, sharing their time with me to help me do something. Why would I be, it doesn't make any sense. But after that chosen one has had enough, or as God, just moves us, removes us out of that situation, a weird thing begins to happen. It's because when the chosen one leaves, we leave with our energy. That energy that was getting confused, that people were getting confused, mixed up, thinking that was theirs, is now gone now. So it's almost like that Red Bull had worn off. That energy had worn off. And now they're back. They're like, where's this person with the good energy and the high vibration? And now they're not able to generate that high anymore. Well, at that moment. And it's the same when you take a chosen one out of a company. Because the chosen one will at one point become the pincushion, because people will take the kindness, the calmness, that nice person as weakness. So when you do that, then that's when all the gang stalking, the whole thing starts. But they don't realize that they're actually getting judged by God. Like, all right, y'all can stop at any time now. And you can also erase your karma by stopping on your own and maybe even apologizing, being like, hey, I was whatever. And then I think your karma gets erased that way. But you can't erase your karma after you get caught. Or, you know what I mean? Like when people do something bad and they get caught and then they want to say sorry after they get caught. We've all heard that, you're only sorry because you got busted. That's the only reason why you said sorry. You're supposed to say sorry before things happen. You're supposed to stop on your own. Don't stop once somebody's making you stop and then say sorry. Stop and then be like, hey, I realized this on my own. So that's kind of how you get judged right there by God. So God has us in situations where things are, going on, not for the best for the chosen one. But after we remove that energy, and this is for like a company, after the chosen one removes their energy, leaves and takes their energy with them, the only energy that's left is from the people that were dishing out the energy towards the chosen one. But since the chosen one's not there, they're shooting arrows at each other now. But none of these people are chosen. So nobody's going to really take that. So things implode. Things begin to implode by that time. Or not, yeah, I guess by that time. I mean, where does that energy go? It doesn't go to the chosen one anymore. It's not being absorbed by anybody. It's almost like shooting a laser in a room full of mirrors. And it's just bouncing off. Just imagine if that laser was able to like destroy stuff. It would just go crazy. It's just bouncing off, destroying. And that's what happened in a company. Things begin to go downhill. And like in a friendship or a relationship, when the chosen one leaves, they leave, and they take that energy with them. So the only energy that's left is that low vibrational energy. Because if you're picking or if you're, taking somebody's kindness as weakness, that's a negative action. If somebody's being kind, why would you want to not be kind to them? Because that's what a healthy relationship is, right? You're kind to me, I'm kind to you. It just goes back and forth. That's what a friendship is. Just back and forth. We're being kind to each other. But if one person's being too kind, then, the other person feels like they can slack off a little bit, like, oh, I don't have to be as kind because they're doing enough for the both of us. That's not a healthy relationship or friendship. So when the chosen one leaves, all that negative energy that they've had, they're just attracting, because that's a low vibrational state. They're just attracting now the person that they are. So now they get somebody who's going to y'all both get to treat each other like crap, even in the friendship. And you're going to realize when that chosen one's gone, like, oh my God, I had somebody that actually cared. I actually had somebody that cared. Because now that you've attracted through your vibration, somebody that's just like you. I'm not talking about the chosen one. I'm talking about the other person. Attracted somebody that's just like you. Now you get a mirror. You really almost get to see your exact self through that new person that you've attracted. And now you have contrast from the chosen one and this new person. You're like, oh my God. I let a good person go, and chances are, for the most part, a chosen one won't come back because they've already stayed way past their welcome. They stayed way too long anyways. So that's where, that's why I always talk about raising our vibration. If we go in and do the shadow work, look at ourselves, forgive ourselves for things we've done, forgive other people for the things that they've done to us, go back and look at, what's been going on, with our parents, how we felt, just go back to when you're young. It doesn't matter what age, and clear up some of these different issues so we can raise our vibration. Because once you raise your vibration and you do all this inner work, all you want is a genuine person. You don't want somebody who you've elevated from. Because if you're elevating from yourself to be a better version of yourself, why would you want somebody who used to be like you? Like the old you? So now that you've healed and you're high vibrational, you're like doing good things for yourself, you're patting yourself on the back, you're being kind to yourself. That's what you're gonna eventually want in the person you meet, your friendships, the places you work, and the places you date. The people you date. You're not gonna take people's kindness for weakness anymore. You don't do that because now you're kind. You've been kind to yourself by healing. You've put all that work into yourself. All that work into yourself. Why would you want somebody who you would have to try to do a whole 180 with? You're like, no, I'm not going to try to make this person not take people's kindness for weakness. I don't want to fix this person. I want to find somebody who's done the healing, who cares about, once you treat yourself with respect and honor, and you're building yourself to be the best version of yourself, that's exactly what you want to see in the next person. So that's why the healing process is so important. You won't take people's kindness for weakness anymore because you've been kind to yourself. And you will give that kindness out because you know how much work it takes to rebuild. So I'm going to end this right here. But until next time.